right, mic check, mic check.
Mic check.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. I feel like I am quiet
The Lolo.
than usual, but I think that's better or worse. Who knows? What it do, what it don't, what it is, and what it ain't. It's your boy, Don Otaku, aka Don Solo, aka Solo the Don, aka Solo D Swaggy, aka Count Your Days Ubisoft. And of course, I'm here with Subegels, aka Subeg, aka the Green Thumb, aka the Gaming Gardener, aka the Avatar, aka what you got for me today?
AKA Don't Be Dumb. Aw, it's not showing, fuck. But I got that Don't Be Dumb vinyl, you feel me?
That's what's up.
Let's go. Bro, my vinyl collection is growing.
Yeah, mine too.
Surely,
I got
steadily.
3.
Let's go, man. Let's fucking go. We here. Physical media boys.
Oh no, we're not doing that. But this is Dual-Wield Gaming Podcast, episode 67. And yes, that is correct. It is correct. You don't have to check it.
Oh, no.
It is 67. And haha, I understood the reference. We're not doing that either.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Not today. Not today, Ubisoft. No.
But what's been up, man? What's been going on?
Shit, man. Nothing much, honestly. The same shit. Going to the gym, playing games, going to work. Been picking up shifts. I don't know if I said that last week, but I've been trying to at least. Low-key shift hunting. Because these dudes be playing, bro. They're playing with hours. And it's crazy because it's like, I could get into it, but I know the reason why it's the way it is. And there's nothing I can do about it. TLDR. But yeah, I've been shift hunting, and it's been working because I do have some homies there, and people go through shit, so it's like sometimes they need the days, so it's like it's nice that it's like I haven't really had to do too much convincing so far. But I know there is gonna be time when I am gonna have to do a little bit of convincing, but it's okay. But yeah, outside of that, I've been chilling, man. Going to the gym. I've been actually really enjoying going to the gym because it's like I either like listen to something there, like listen to music. Like lately, I've just been listening to I think her name is Lexa Gates or something like that. My girl put me on her, but she's like an up and coming artist. I've been listening to her in the gym. Obviously, ASAP Rocky. But yeah, man, I'm good. What about yourself?
Yeah, I've been good. Been working and chilling for the most part.
Hell yeah.
Did listen to Don't Be Dumb.
Hell yeah.
I haven't really liked an A$AP Rocky album like from front to back since Long Live A$AP, honestly. And I was like, but everything he's been dropping before Don't Be Dumb, like Babushka Boy and Riot and all the songs, like he's been dropping a bunch of singles every now and then while he's basically been on hiatus since Testing, I think was the last one before that.
Yeah, and that came out in 2018, bro.
Yeah, so but I've loved like all of the singles that he's been dropping. Like every single one of them I basically compiled into an album itself that I kind of listened to, more like an EP. But I was like, okay, whenever Don't Be Dumb does drop, I'm expecting this sound to be what we're gonna get. So going into Don't Be Dumb, it did not sound anything like those singles that he dropped. So I was kind of disappointed at first because that's what I was expected it to be. But then I just had to give it a few more listens, and I was like, you know what? This one's actually pretty dope though. Like the sound that he created on this one is actually pretty dope, even though it's not what I was looking for. But yeah, I actually like Don't Be Dumb a lot. It grew on me after a few listens. I mean, I liked it the first time. I just wasn't in the right headspace for the first time I was listening to it. But yeah, going into it a few more times, I was like, okay, nah, this album is actually pretty dope.
Hell yeah. It's an actual album where it's like you listen to it front to back and it makes sense, you know? But yeah, dude, that makes me happy. That's kind of how I was with testing, actually. Because
Oh,
I
no,
didn't like testing at first. I know you don't like it, but that's how, like, I didn't like it at first, but then I started listening to it over and over, and it's like the songs just kind of melt into each other, and I just love when albums do that, you know? Like even if it doesn't work for me, like I can appreciate the effort when shit like that happens. But that's dope, man. I'm glad he got one, bro. Now let's say maybe J. Cole. Is it time for a J. Cole win, bro? No,
we're not doing that. It's called the fall off for a reason. He should have made the fall off 20 years ago, because that's when he really fell off. I don't even know if he's been rapping for 20 years.
That's
I kind of made that up.
I'm crying, bro. He's probably been rapping for 20 years. He's probably been rapping for more than 20 years.
But yeah, man, I'll give the J. Cole album a listen, but
let's go.
Don't expect me to become a J. Cole fan overnight. It's not happening.
Bro, he has some good songs, man.
He got some alright songs. I got a few songs that I'll listen to if they pop up.
Didn't you say J. Cole is like in the Vince Staple tier? And Vince Staple has some good ass songs and some good ass albums.
Wait, what?
So it's like,
I don't remember saying that, but I remember.
Bro, I think you said that, bro.
I remember people were arguing.
Audience, find the clip.
J. Cole versus Vince Staples on Twitter that one time, and I was 100% on Team Vince Staples.
Yeah.
But yeah. Who else? Someone else just announced that they're about to drop, and now I forgot.
Bro, a lot of artists, man. A lot of artists that never drop are like announcing dates. Kind of funny if you think about it.
But yeah, it's been a lot of good music coming out early on in the year. I feel like January, February always has some good music, but no good music like GOOD, because none of them are dropping anything. But yeah, just been chilling for the most part, playing some games, and I just got a few review games lined up. So it's about to go down for the review games.
Let's go.
But with that, let's go ahead and get into what we've been playing, and I'll let you start.
Yeah, so in my mission of trying to not jump around as much, I have hopped off of Ball X Pit and kind of jumped back into Legends Ah. I've got to the part where I think the guy's name is Vin or Vinny, and after you fight him, you like jump up like 7 or 8 letters. So I've got past that part,
8, bro.
Yeah, something like that, but
it's like 10.
Yeah, it's like 10 for sure. But it's like it's from like W to like F or something like that, right?
Yeah, you get the F rank.
Yeah, and so you're pretty close to A at this point. And yeah, I've just been kind of grinding, just been battling, trying to collect the Pokemon, do the little side quests. I've just been having fun, bro. Honestly, I've just been having fun playing it. Like, playing it puts me in a state of like trance almost. Like I'm just like chilling, I'm vibing at that point, and I'm loving it. I'm just loving it, and it's awesome that I can literally just dock it, sit down on my couch, play that shit, and then like if I need to like get into the room, or if I'm like going somewhere, going to the gym or something like that, put it in my bag, take it with me, and it's just amazing. Like, shout out, man. This, like, the Switch is so goated, bro, because it's literally helping me play more. Like, but yeah, that's all I've been playing. Like, deadass. Legends Ah.
That's what's up. I need to finish it. I'm literally C. I'm at rank C.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm very close to the end, but I think Kirby Air Riders came out and then it was a wrap. And then I
Yeah,
got
man.
engrossed into that, which I finished Kirby Air Riders. I still need to put out my review for that as well.
Hell yeah.
And I need to put out a review for both of those games. So I literally have the Kirby Air Riders.
Bro, hit up RK. He probably will do it.
No. Like I have my Kirby Air Riders review like 90% done. I just need to touch it up, and it's just been sitting there on the in the draft.
Bro, get that out. Get that masterpiece out, bro. So Sakurai can move on to Kid Icarus. No.
Bro, I wish. Fucking wish. But yeah, man. As for myself, as you can see on the screen, big hops. You already know. It's great, man. I've been playing as much as I can, like in between work on the Switch, because literally that's been like the only playtime I've really had. So I like pick it up, play for a bit during like in between work, and then put it down, and then just keep on picking it up. But I really need to get like a session of this game. But I'm in like the third area now, working through it slowly, but every chance I get, I do kind of jump into this game when I can.
It's hooking you, huh?
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
That's awesome. Oh, hell yeah.
And I like that I just keep like they always introduce something new to it. Like I just got to a part where I had to do stealth mission in a platformer. I was like, bro, who needs Sly Cooper when I can just play this? I'm just kidding. But
bro, I hope they do a Switch 2 update, or just update it for the Switch 2. That'd be nice.
Yeah. But like it's been surprising that I guess it's a little bit more linear than I thought it was gonna be. Because I don't know if you can go back to the areas once you kind of progress through the story. At least I haven't like got to a point where I can just be like, oh, let me go back to this town that I started in, or I can't go back to the forest, or like I think it is a little bit more linear than I expected it to be. I thought it was gonna be like a Odyssey type of situation where you can just fly around to or teleport between different areas, but it's like super open linear progression, if that makes any sense. But
yeah, it's linear wide.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. But yeah, either way, there's like so much to do in these areas. Even though I don't know if I talked about this last time, it's like they don't give you missions. Like you don't have quests or objectives that just kind of pop up and you have like a checklist of all these objectives that you have to do. You just kind of talk to the townsfolk and they'll tell you something, and then you just kind of react to like, oh, maybe if I do this, then this will like either help them, or I'll get to see something funny, or like you don't know what's gonna happen, because it's not like a quest log where it's like, oh, if you complete this quest, you'll get this, or like you'll get this XP or blah. It's nothing like that. So it's so random when like I think I did talk about this last time, where there was the guy with a pot stuck on his head, and then I was just like, okay, let me help him because he has a pot stuck on his head, but he was like, no, I don't need any help. So I broke the pot on his head, and then he got pissed at me because he was like, I told you I don't need any help.
That's hella funny.
And then I ruined his day. So I was like, but it's like you're thinking like, man, like he obviously needs help. Maybe he's just embarrassed. Like, no. But yeah, this game is great, especially if you're getting it at the the discounted price that it's at right now, $17.99. There's so much content in there. The only thing that's really missing is like AAA, like even AA kind of flair to make it on the level of a Astrobot or Mario. But honestly, mechanically, it's up there.
Oh yeah, it's in the top selling on the Switch. I was looking at it.
Love to see it. I didn't see it doing like big things on Steam, which was surprising. I thought this would be like a really big early game on Steam, but it wasn't really.
Yeah, it's kind of soft there, huh?
Yeah, I only saw like 100 reviews on there. I was like, bro, what's going on with y'all, Steam? Y'all supposed to be carrying the industry. What's going on? But hopefully Nintendo fans will carry this game to some good sales, because this team deserves it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, no, I already talked about that. So this is actually a game that I brought up before, like last year, I believe, and it was a game that me, Tashawn, and Chuck played together called Rabbit and Steel. And this is it's so hard to explain. It's like a roguelite MMO without the without the first M. So it plays like an MMO with like your abilities, the cooldowns, or I guess more like an ARPG, but it's an ARPG and a boss rush and a roguelite. Like you only fight bosses just back to back to back, and you work with your teammates, or you can play solo. But honestly, the game is really not that fun solo. And it's a bullet hell because you are constantly dodging the enemy's attacks. And basically, you have to defeat all of the bosses in a roguelite fashion, all in one run. And as you defeat bosses, you gain new items, abilities, you level up, and you keep getting stronger with randomized loot to make the build that is gonna get you all the way to the end. But the game is very simplistic, but also super complex at the same time. It's something you can like kind of jump into. So me and my girlfriend were actually playing it. We were playing it the other day, and it's super easy to just like jump into, and you can just pick it up and play, and you just kind of, okay, I get, like, you get the gist of it pretty quickly. But it's really the like bullet hell aspects of it that kind of makes it hard trying to dodge all of the enemies' attacks. But you have to work together to be able to do that at the same time, because a lot of the attacks are they're contextual. So it's all about reading what, like, it'll put a little it'll put a like blurb above your head where it's like, okay, spread apart. So if you, basically when it says spread apart, if you and your teammate are close together, you'll damage each other. So you have to like keep separate, but also you have to dodge other attacks which will try to lead you towards each other. So it's so intricate in a way that, like, I love how the bosses' attack patterns are, because they're so different from a lot of games that you'll play, where they're very creative with the bosses' attack patterns, because it'll be like like one of the ones that we just struggled on is that we were tethered together, so we couldn't go far from each other, but we had to dodge attacks, and sometimes we'd be like pulling on each other, and then we both get hit because we're trying to go different ways and we can't. And it'll be like, okay, you have to get inside the circle, or if you're outside the circle, you get hit. So we try to get in the circle. It's like, but you also have to split up from each other. And it's like, bro, what, like, how? And there's like a very specific way that you have to do these things. So you have to like kind of communicate with your partner in order to pull this off without dying. But like, if you can't communicate like what you're like, where each one of you needs to go, yeah, you're just gonna die like every time. But it's a really fun game. It's a great co-op game. It's up to 4 players, I believe. It might be more, but I think it's 4. But it's a very unique game. I think when it's on sale, it's super cheap. And I was actually tried remote play together for the first time. That's how me and Cindy were playing. And it was actually like really good. She said it played like it was native. Like she couldn't tell that it was streaming.
Nice.
But we are in the same house on the same network, so that probably contributes to it being a lot better.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rabbit and Steel, highly recommend if you're looking for like a co-op game to play that's actually pretty challenging. But it's been a long time, but I got back on a classic, probably my most played game. I don't even have to say one of my most. It is my most played game of all time, and that is Rocket League. We back
This
on.
is your go-to, bro.
Yeah, it's been at least 6 months, 7 months since the last time I got on here. I think actually I haven't got back on Rocket League since Rematch came out. Like, I played a little bit of Rocket League when Rematch first came out, and I haven't played since. So this is the first time, like, in over maybe 8 months since I'm like really getting back into Rocket League. And one of my friends from D&D is actually pretty heavy into Rocket League as well. So I played with him and his friends, and then that kind of just got me back into going and playing ranked and everything. So yeah, I'm at least sucked back into Rocket League for a while. We'll see how long it lasts, but I've been playing regularly again. But I always like feel like, man, I'm gonna suck when I get back on, and then it's not even like one game, bro, and then everything just comes back, and it's just like, oh yeah, bro, back like we never left every time. But Rocket League is an all-time favorite, always will be. Even after I stop, I will always champion Rocket League. It is just such a well put together game, a game that I consider the ultimate esport. Like, when I think of esports, like, this is that game, because it's actually a sport also. But it has a very high learning curve. So
oh yeah,
it's not one that you can just jump in and take lightly. If you jump into Rocket League, be prepared to actually get sweaty, because that's the only that's the only choice you have at this point.
yeah.
But yeah, shouts out to Rocket League. And Fortnite still going strong, but I've actually been running a different game mode this time. So Lego Odyssey had an update with Lego Ninjago, which I don't know if anyone still remembers that, but like the little ninja Lego, they had like TV shows and everything.
Yeah, no, I remember it.
Yeah. So they had a Lego Ninjago update, and me and Cindy started up a new world to basically play this update. And the first thing that's super noticeable in this update, they have improved the combat tremendously with this update. And so basically there's like the ninja weapons, and these ninja weapons just feel so much better to like play with. The gameplay is just so much better because you have more than just spam X until they're dead, or spam RT, I guess, until they're all dead. Like you start off with nunchucks. That's the first ninja weapon that they give you, and you have your regular light attacks, but you have a parry, which you can hold LT and it drains your stamina, but it blocks, and then once you let go after blocking an attack, you do this like parry attack that is like super strong, and it like does like a wide range attack that's really cool. You also have aerial attacks, running attacks, and it's just way more flashy. They hit harder, but also the enemies in this world also hit way harder as well. But they've also added elementals, so now the enemies roaming around will be element based, but you can also craft element based weapons to kind of have weaknesses and strengths against enemies. So you're fighting an ice enemy, you can use fire to, well, actually no, I found it like their system was really dumb, because it was like ice beats fire, and I was like, why would ice beat fire? Like so like if you have an ice weapon, you can easily take out a fire enemy, and they just have like I think it's like 5 different ones, and they're all in a chain. But yeah, like the elements add some really cool kind of difference to the base game. But yeah, this update actually got us pretty hooked on there, and we've been actually going back to it and playing. So yeah, that's been pretty cool. We still haven't found any of the other ninja weapons because we keep getting distracted and not doing the main quests. But Lego Odyssey is always pretty good whenever we jump back on it. They always have something that like gives us reason to keep playing, because there's so much that they add every single time. And then lastly, I don't believe I talked about this last, oh my god, where's the gameplay? Oh yeah, so I didn't talk about this last week, but we also have been playing a lot of Sons of the Forest, another survival game. And this is definitely one of what I consider one of the best survival games out there, at least in the PvE base, not PvP, VE like Rust and Ark. But if you just want something that's just straight co-op based with up to 8 players, yeah, this one is top tier, because I love, like, this is a survival game, because although I think I gotta put it on a harder difficulty, because I do like the base version is not as punishing as it could be. I don't really like that. But I like how much attention to detail this game has, from your inventory just being like, you pull out your backpack and then you unravel everything. You can see everything placed in your backpack. It's not like a menu system is just straight up like you see all of your items, even though they wouldn't actually be able to fit all of this stuff in there like that, but it's just cool to like see everything. And it's like, okay, like, oh, here's the flask, it's all the way over here on the left, and it's like, oh man, where are my sticks at? Like, oh, they're down here on the right. And like you have to actually, and then when you're crafting, you literally like, it'll be like, oh, okay, so if I want to make a spear, I need 4 sticks, I need tape, and I need the knife to be able to like make the, and then you'll actually see them do the animation of putting the sticks together, wrapping the tape, and then like shaving off the tip. Or like if you have a pouch, you'll like see them open up the pouch and dump out all the stuff that's inside of it. You open up the MRE and you'll see them eat it. So like they put a lot of attention to detail into this game, and even from like building, where you'll actually have to like, instead of when you're building a log cabin, it being like, oh, just find wood, and then all the wood is the same size and you just put the wood and then it kind of builds itself. It's like, no, you have to get the wood, and then depending on like, oh, if the roof has like half logs, you have to actually chop the logs in half and then put them onto the roof. Like they make you do every detail. When you're setting up a campfire, you have to break the twigs in half, throw them into the pit, and then light it on fire. Like when you're building a tent, you have to put the sticks yourself, like you have to position the sticks on the ends to make the tent. I love how like immersive it is because of all that. And it's not handholdy at all. Like there's no objectives. There are at least waypoints on your map that kind of give you things that you should like kind of, oh, you should head towards this area to see what's going on. But they won't put like objectives and quests like you need to go here to find this person or blah blah blah. You don't know what's gonna happen whenever you get there. But this is one of the best like survival games out there, and it's still pretty good for beginners because they do have ways that you're not as punished. Like the base version, I think like the base settings, you don't lose all of your stuff when you die, which I don't like. Like if I want to play a survival game, I want it to be, oh, you got to go back to get your stuff when you die. Like you got to make that trek all the way over. But I like, since like not everybody likes having to drop everything and then have to go trek back to go get everything, so I understand. But it's still a really, it's a deep simulation of like survival games, but also the other big thing about it is the enemies and how their AI is so good, because every enemy kind of reacts differently. Some enemies will be super aggressive. Some enemies will like watch you from afar and they're like these cannibals. But then there's like these demon kind of things going on as well. But you'll like hear them in the distance all the time, and you'll like see them in the woods just kind of watching you from afar. And it'll start off slow, like the progression of the enemies kind of progresses with your growth. So they'll start off like, oh, you get like one enemy who'll just kind of observe you, and every now and then one of them will run up on you and try to attack you. And then some of them, they'll do like a hit and run, like they'll hit you and then run away. And then someone will just be straight up like, come on, let's box. Like, and they'll come with fists, and it's like, okay, like you taking them out. But then as you regress, it's like, oh, now they have like the tribe leaders coming, and they'll be like war painted up. They'll have spears, they'll have bow and arrows, they'll have axes, and they're coming at you like way harder than like the other ones will. They're way more aggressive and they're stronger. Then like they'll have the big buff dudes just covered in blood, like big fat dude covered in blood, and he'll just smack you, and then you just go flying. And then when you get too comfortable and you build a base and everything's just going smooth, you set up your fence and you've keeping everybody out, everything's good, that's when they like, oh, for real? You think you safe? Then they start sending demons at you. And like there are these deformed demon spawn that just come out of nowhere. They jump over the fence. They don't care. They don't, like, nothing can stop them. They'll jump over anything. They'll learn how to fly if they have to. If you build something so intricate, they will learn how to fly to reach you.
That's crazy.
And then
that sounds next gen, bro.
Bro, this is a next gen ass survival game. And like graphically it's really good. It's like Pacific Northwest. It's like over here in Oregon, Seattle area. Like you're just kind of in that area. Mm-hmm. But it looks beautiful, and it also has like proximity chat, but you can use a walkie-talkie to like talk to people from a long distance. But if you don't have it out, like it takes your left hand, so sometimes you're going to need like a torch or a flashlight in your left hand, and you can't really communicate and have light at the same time, so you got to juggle that as well. But like the AI is probably like the most next gen part of this game, and a lot of games should take note when it comes to AI, like the enemy AI, not the bad AI guys. Remember, not all AI is fucking gen AI. Like, oh, it got AI in this game? Yeah, I'm not playing that shit. But yeah, it was it's been a lot of fun. I've gotten a lot farther, I believe, since the first time I played it in early access. So this is my first time playing the full release. But yeah, man, Sons of the Forest is great. It's a lot of fun. I like to suggest it if someone's trying to get into the survival game genre. I would say like Grounded is probably the baby's first survival game, but this one is if you want something a little bit more realistic. I highly recommend this one. But that's everything I've been playing. Always have. Look, you did the opposite of me, because I'm always jumping around into everything. You hunkered down. I was like, nah.
It's all good. There's gonna be a time where I jump around again. It'll happen.
But with that, I do have one game for on the radar that I want to talk about, and that is Yop Yop. You ever heard Yop Yop by Vic Mensa? It's been a long time since I heard that name.
Vic Mensa. I know. Now I see Vic Mensa all the time on the timeline, but now he's just trying to educate people about fucking the bullshit that's going on in the world.
Yeah. I think it was, I don't know if it was his first mixtape, but it was like the first big mixtape, the internet tape. Did you ever listen to that one?
Nah, I haven't listened to that much of Vic Mensa. I just know of him like throughout like chants and all that shit too.
Yeah, but he got this song called Yop Yop, and that's the song that made me like, oh shit, yeah, this guy pretty nice, bro. Like Vic, that song goes hard as fuck. Like, even though I didn't like, I did not listen to the actual whole mixtape after hearing that song. I was like, oh, it ain't as good as this one song.
One song.
But that one song is hard.
Is it spelled like Yop Yop?
It's YAP.
There's a lot of songs that are titled Yop Yop on Spotify, and none of them are from Vic Mensa. Let me look up on YouTube.
Like, for whatever reason, he has the internet tape on YouTube Music and everything, but he doesn't. That song is just missing for whatever reason.
Interesting.
Which I was like, bro, this is the only song that I want on this tape. Not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you.
Well, I found it. Are you getting a live reaction? Oh no, I got an ad. Never mind. Fuck, man. And it's a freaking minute-long ad.
But there's a game that I didn't get to play during the last Steam Next Fest. But I remember people, like, that was probably one of the biggest games, like one of the biggest kind of indie games that kind of came out of that people were talking about. I think it's pronounced Yap Yap, but I call it Yap Yap. And it's friend slop. You know, we love that friend slop.
Oh yeah.
But this one is about being a wizard and doing wizard shit with your friends. So let me put that up on the screen. Oh look, Vince Staples is trending. I wonder what for. All right, on the screen. No, that's not the right one. There we go. All right. So yeah, this game has like, it looks like it's supposed to be a VR game, but it's not. But it has like magic manipulation of items and environments, and you can kind of grab things using telekinesis and use spells to knock things over. But it has like repo kind of energy. You're kind of going through the wizard's tower and you're getting attacked by all of these monsters, and you got to kind of work together. You do, like, it takes longer to do intricate spells. Sometimes you got to actually do spells on the floor to like summon things. But like, you'll just, like, even in a trailer, like, everyone's just spawning fish, and then it's just people, like, there's just a pile of fish on the floor and everyone just keeps on spawning more. But this game just looks like a lot of fun. I just never got a chance to play the demo, but the full game is releasing on February 3rd in 2 weeks from now. But
yeah.
Some premium friend slot for sure. It's since peak, I've been looking for the next friend slop. And
Yeah, this looks sick for sure. I love the art style. It kind of, I feel like I've said this multiple times now about many different games, but it looks like a game made in dreams.
It looks like it's trying to channel some Wizards 101 energy with the like purposefully, like, you can see the little individual bitrate pixels.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can definitely see the Made in Dreams art. Like, it does have that kind of feel to it. Maybe it was Made in Dreams, and then they were like, well, no one's on fucking Dreams. Let's like, let's put it somewhere else. Bro, Sony, count your days.
For sure. Facts.
Yo,
They left that game out to die, bro.
The two things Sony could have saved if they would have like fully supported it, and that's putting Dreams on PC and letting the PC community have this tool.
Yeah.
And
giving it VR support.
Yes, and then putting PSVR 2 on PC with all of the capabilities and not just a gimped version. So yeah. But shout out to Yap Yap. Also go listen to Yap Yap by Vic Menza if you haven't. But did you have anything for On the Radar?
Let me see. Give me 1 sec. No, actually.
No problem,
I actually
no
had
problem.
that bookmarked. That Yop Yop game.
See, you already knew what was up.
Yes, sir.
But that'll conclude on the radar for today. So let's go ahead and get into some of the quick news before we get into the obvious big topic pertaining to a big publisher who's being a jackass right now. And it's not Xbox this time, guys. Not this time.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet. Oh shit. Hold on. Wait, okay, we back.
Oh no.
No, it wasn't anything crazy. I just changed the scene on OBS on accident. All right. So, first piece of news for today. The dream is finally here. You know, we've been waiting on this one for so long, Subeg. We prophesized this. We were like, man, if Fortnite get a basketball mode, it's about to go crazy. Like, we were like, yeah, it gotta happen eventually, right? Well, guess what, guys?
Oh no.
Our wishes came true. We called it. Fortnite basketball is here. But of course, monkey's paw situation. We got Fortnite basketball, but it's not it, bro. So today, Fortnite announced a Fall Guys mode in Fortnite because Epic owns, what were their names? The creators of Fall Guys? I can't even remember.
I was gonna play Platonic. Is that what?
No,
is
that's the ukulele team, and I keep thinking Media Molecule. I know it's not.
I'll look it up. Fall
but it's like
Guys,
NM, like Media
original.
Molecule.
Tonic Games. Wait, no. Mediatonic Games.
Mediatonic. We were so like we were both in the we were both on the opposite
we were
ends.
close.
Like you said Platonic, I said Media Molecule. I was like Mediatonic. That's hilarious. All right, so Mediatonic is making a new limited time game mode in Fortnite that is a 3v3 kind of action sports game that looks a lot like basketball, but it's kind of its own thing. And I'll play it on the screen. So this is Crown Jam. And I think, did they say it's available today? I actually don't remember if it's available.
I don't know, bro. I looked at that trailer and I just
January 23rd, so 2 days from now.
My eyes glazed over, dog.
But yeah, man, it's the basketball mode we've been waiting for. Like, what's there not to like, bro?
We waited on Slow Clap, bro. Slow Clap, please make a basketball game. That shit will pop off even bigger than Rematch. Trust me.
Now, one thing I will say, disrespectful that it's a limited time mode for only 2 weeks or like 2.5 weeks or so. Like, if you're gonna do it, like go all out, just like Ballistic and Odyssey, like Lego Odyssey and all these other game modes that you already have. Why make it a limited time thing? Because if it is good and I do have fun with it, I'm gonna be mad on February 9th when they just say, all right, no more of this. But it reminds me of Super Ball in a sense that you kind of have to, like, you're carrying the ball. There's all of these different abilities. Except that one's trying to be more like soccer than basketball. There's no dunking or anything. It's just like a goal at the end. But it's basically a mix of Super Ball with some Rocket League. But yeah, disappointed. Not the
Big
basketball that
bro.
I wanted, but I'm still gonna check it out. It looks like it could be fun. Not as fun as Fortnite basketball, but you know, we'll get there. Maybe this is the training or like the demo for sports games in Fortnite. But nothing. They ain't doing nothing for you.
I mean, I might check it out. It's in Fortnite, right?
Yeah,
Or
just gonna be in Fortnite. You'll just download the update and then be able to play it most likely.
I mean, shit. Who knows? Maybe in a week we'll be like, oh, that shit's actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I think it'll still be fun. It's just not what I wanted. But it be like that sometimes. But that's really all I had to say. Like I said, I'll have gameplay up most likely for the game when I play it on the 23rd.
Okay.
But with that, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. Let's talk about the Bowser, because he is officially no longer the president of Nintendo of America. Devin Pritchard has officially taken over, but he has found his next gig over at Hasbro, as Hasbro has announced that the recently retired Nintendo of America president Doug Bowser has joined their board of directors. Now, Hasbro still has their hands in gaming, but we all know for the most part Hasbro is mostly in the cardboard and tabletop games, including their ownership of Wizards of the Coast and D&D, Magic the Gathering, all of those things. They're all they got their hands in that pot as well. But how you feel about his move to Hasbro?
Hasbro is like they're mainly like a toy company, right?
Yeah, like when you think of Hasbro, they're like Transformers and battleships, probably. I actually don't know. G.I. Joe, those type of things. But they also have a lot of board games that I feel like if I start naming some, they're gonna be wrong. But Wizards of the Coast is probably their other big.
Oh yeah, that's D&D.
D&D and or Magic the Gathering, which Chris was like, Lord Chris from Lords of Gaming. He was like, "Don't ruin Magic the Gathering." And I told him, I hope that they turn Magic the Gathering. I hope that he comes in there and he's like,
throw
you know
that shit in
what?
the garbage.
He's like, you know what? This Magic the
Eats
Gathering
that
shit
hoe.
would be so much better if it was just Pokemon, the card game. And he just turns that deep ass card game into basic ass Pokemon. I would love that for Chris. But yeah. But what do you think? Step up, step down, sidestep?
See, I feel like it's just the natural progression for these execs or these CEO types. Once they're done, you know, they wipe their hands and then they just go join the board of directors at some company and then they live happily ever after.
Just
like, I feel like that's low-key their golden...
Not doing shit. It's like, oh,
yeah, that's their golden
here's-
parachute, bro. That's
They're
their
like, oh,
that's their
here's-
fucking jump off the plane, bro.
Bro, yeah, once you hit the board of directors, you're not doing anything for you're not doing anything major for the foreseeable future. You're just gonna, that's basically the retirement before the retirement. You get a little email every now and then like, hey, what do you feel about this? thumbs up, thumbs down.
You drop the emoji.
Yeah, you drop it. If you get a drop an emoji and get a check, then yeah, you made it. But yeah, like as I said, like we already talked about Doug as Nintendo of America's president. He didn't do much, although he really didn't have to do much, but he was just carbon monoxide. He was just there silently. Actually, I should say
until
carbon
the
monoxide.
end. Until the end, and then he turned into Dom Matrick for a little bit, and then he did.
He had one moment where we actually needed him to do some good PR, and then he turned into Don Matrick. And then he said, "Peace out, y'all."
Nah, but the more interesting thing is, have you seen like how the street's been reacting to Devin Pritchard getting that the fucking CEO thing? Bruh, people are like, Nintendo's gone woke.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, I seen them do that once she first got announced.
Yeah.
But yeah, you already know. Nothing new, nothing unsurprising either. But Reggie has fully backed her, which I do not remember Reggie ever saying anything about Doug Bowser when he got chosen.
He knew he was the op, bro.
So like the fact that Reggie is like in full force, like endorsing her, I have way more faith that she will be more prominent in being a figurehead at Nintendo and not just like background.
He's been there for a pretty long time, so I think she understands some things.
I think twice as long as Doug Bowser.
Let's go.
So yeah, we'll see once things start to go. Are you expecting to see her in the first Nintendo Direct of the year?
Ooh, I think so. Yeah.
I think so also. I think they're gonna give her an introduction.
You seen the video of her in the
Her
New York
speech?
Game Awards, right?
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the speech.
She has some charisma to her, unlike Doug Bowser. So we'll see how that plays out. If she goes the Reggie route and kind of uses that to her advantage.
I think she will. I think people are gonna like her.
Because I feel like Europe, even though like it's a Japanese figurehead in Europe, they you get to see him a lot. And of course, like in the Japanese space, they get to see their figureheads a lot. But like in a way, is like after Reggie left, it's just been silent, like from the actual NOA figureheads.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be great to have that back. But
yeah, man,
that's really all that's going on over there. All right, let's move on to the next topic. All right, we'll do one more and then we'll get into Ubisoft. So let's talk about The Witcher 3 and not all of the rumored DLC that's supposedly coming out, or the rumored expansion.
One. You skipped a news topic.
Did I?
Goldie?
Oh yeah, I did. They look similar. All right. Actually, I guess I'll do this one and then we'll get into Ubisoft.
I thought you were about to say the game that's gonna be better than Witcher 3.
Oh no. But you know. But let's talk about Crimson Desert, because Pearl Abyss announced that they have gone gold with the game 2 months before launch, which is always great to hear. Always get to see a game go gold, not at the last minute.
Yeah, like 2 weeks beforehand.
Yeah, but then again, you always remember Cyberpunk went gold and then got delayed a couple of months, so it's not like Maybe it wasn't a couple of months. It was
yeah,
like 3
it can't
weeks or so.
happen. Yeah.
But and then it still came out buggy as hell. So, you know, going gold does not automatically mean that everything is gravy. But it is it's a good it's a good indicator that they are basically done. Everything is on the disc and the master disc, and now it's just going to be polishing whatever's left for that day one patch, which is always inevitable. But March 19th is most likely going to be the date, and we should not really see any delays from here. So how are you feeling about Crimson Desert? Only 2 months away.
I'm super hyped for this game, man. The closer it gets, the more excited I get, and the more positive things I see about it. Whether that's the studio just being like apparently just fucking amazing, and the engine just being incredible, and the game just being super performant and fun and vast and open, but also like has depth, and like there's stuff to like chew on in there. I don't know, man. I'm feeling good about this game.
I feel good about it, but this is also Pearl Abyss's first game since Black Desert, and Black Desert is like the epitome of all flash, no substance. So I'm hoping that this is that moment where they really hunker down and kind of put some substance to the flash, because Black Desert looks amazing. The combat looks flashy as hell. It looks super good, but then you just get into the actual like quests and the like boss battles and everything. It's just like, ew, like what am I doing? What is this world? And then like even like the open world design, but then again, that's an MMO. I know that's a lot more going into it, so I feel like this being a single player kind of experience, and them working on it for as long as they have, probably thanks to Black Desert making so much money for them as well.
Bro,
I have faith that they're gonna pull off something really good with this one.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because it's like they went from a pretty successful massive MMO to being like, nah, we want to make a single player game, like
Where
that tells you that their idea.
Everyone's at the opposite end, like, yeah, we make a lot of single player games, but we want to make that multiplayer game that's gonna make us a shit ton of money.
Yeah, man. And these guys are like, bro, and you gotta remember, these guys are the same people that denied the exclusive bag.
Yep.
So
they did.
So they really believe in their shit.
They said,
and I like that.
We don't need that.
Nah. I think, bro, because it's like, you gotta think that it's like the ideas that they have, they were thinking to themselves like, we can't implement this in a multiplayer game. We have to implement this in a single player game. Or
yeah,
at least that's how I get. That's the takeaway I take away from this. But I'm excited. The recommended specs are great on PC too, so it's like it doesn't seem like you need like the most ooga booga freaking high-end rig in the world to run this game. So that's nice as well.
Yeah. My favorite thing is that you can drop kick people, and any game that has a drop kick in it, I'm automatically there.
Hell yeah.
So get to the combat. I'm trying to show some combat, and then I'm like skipping around, and there's no damn combat happening. There we go. Here's some combat. But yeah, combat is still just as flashy as Black Desert, but seems more grounded as well. Like Black Desert just kind of has some Dynasty Warriors energy with it, but this one feels a lot more like intimate with its 1v1, like very small hordes of enemies. Cinematic also, because it kind of jumps into QTEs in the middle of battle, and like seamlessly, which is pretty cool. So yeah, man. I'm hoping that this is the one, aka The Witcher 3, but fun. I don't think this guy's supposed to be alive. He looks pretty fucked up.
Oh, that was sick, bro. He just like grappled off with the shit, and then he just like twirled up in the air and slammed down to the floor. Oh yeah, no, this looks fire, man.
Yeah. But I think this is gonna be the first big game of the year. Well, we'll see.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil's Resident Evil.
That's true.
What's it called? Okay, I know this isn't one of the topics, but how do you feel about the rumors and people feeling that Fable might be before Forza Horizon 6?
I mean, we'll see tomorrow, but I don't see that happening.
But remember, it was supposed to come out in 2025. You know, it might get that avowed delay, just a few months out of
Hopefully.
2025.
I'm pretty sure that was our original statements when they happened, right? When we thought that Fable was gonna dip out of 2025. At least that's what I thought, honestly. But I mean, yeah, I actually think I've seen that. People are saying like, oh, it might actually even shadow drop there.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but like, what do you like? February? You don't think we'll get a February?
Nah,
March?
bro, because dude, we haven't even really seen like actual gameplay of it, like real gameplay of it. So
it's Fable. We've been waiting for it for 6 years. All we need is one good showing, and then go pre-order right now. Go get it.
I guess. We'll see, bro. We'll see. I'm not feeling super optimistic about that, but I definitely do think that Forza Horizon is coming out first. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm also in the same camp. I don't see it.
I'm willing to eat my words.
Oh yeah, I would love to eat my words on this one for sure. Like, you telling me Fable's coming out like next month? Like, that'll be a dream. Oh, actually no. Fable can't come out next month, actually. I'm sorry. I can't pick between Demon Tides and Fable. Like, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna need y'all to at least come out in March.
Nah, then you're picking between Crimson Desert and Fable.
I can wait on Crimson Desert. Maybe once it come out and then I get the FOMO, but if I have to choose between Fable and Crimson Desert, I'm probably gonna pick Fable. Mostly because of Game Pass. Like, I already have it. I can wait for the sale on Crimson Desert.
Sure.
But yeah, man. Now, just to stay on this topic for a little bit, and plus I'm just very I'm very absorbed in this Crimson Desert gameplay that I'm watching. If, like, with Forza Horizon 6 being May, what's the first quarter game for Xbox then? Like, what do they have kind of filling that slot?
Killing.
So you think the Killing Shadow Drop is gonna be the thing for this month, or the one for this,
or the first quarter?
Yeah, first quarter.
Yeah, I'm assuming whatever is not known is gonna be the first quarter drop.
Killer Spiral 4.
That'd be crazy, dude.
You know how crazy it would be if everyone was wrong about what Toys for Bob was working on, and it actually was
and
Banjo.
Crash.
No, Don't even bring that name into this house. But
It's
if it
Crash
was
5.
actually Banjo and then they shadow dropped it, like,
That'd be
and
crazy
then
too.
I would love that so much because then we would see Banjo go triple aluminum, and then like it'd be the worst downloaded game on Game Pass, no sales whatsoever. They drop it on the Switch too also, and then nobody picks it up, and it'll just be vindicative to
He said
the
triple
Banjo
tinfoil.
all the banjo boys out there. We just get to see them.
Tinfoil, bruh. We.
I hope it get a
funny.
95 like Astrobot, and it's like the highest rated game of the year, and then nobody picks it up. I would love for that to happen, just to prove
It's nominated.
that
It's
Banjo,
Xbox's first nomination for Game of the Year.
the first Game of the Year nomination for Xbox, and it's just
oh no.
like everyone's like, bro, who's buying Banjo in 2026? That's where I'm at. That would be my 2026 dream.
That's hilarious. You know what I'll say? I'll say it here. Clip this, chat. Xbox is gonna get their first Game of the Year nominee this year with one of the Playground games. One of them. I'm not gonna say which one, but it's gonna be one of them.
Yeah. Even like I don't care what nobody say. Forza Horizon 5 should have been nominated. But you know how it is. Racing games are not games. They're just little vroom vroom. Little
Little vroom, vroom.
I can't get emotionally attached to my car.
That's funny.
But yeah.
I can't get over the tinfoil out one, bro. That shit was fucking gas, dude. You cooked with that one.
So yeah. That was a little side tangent, but Crimson Desert is looking good. I at least expect like mid 80s at the lowest, and then like if it hits the heights that I'm hoping that it hits, like a 90, 91 maybe.
That'd be sick, yeah.
What are you thinking as far as? I'll just throw my Metacritic prediction before we get into the previews and everything. I'm gonna say 88.
Yeah. I'll go higher. I'll go 91. I'll say it'll hit 90s. I'm optimistic, man.
Okay.
Dude, all the previews I've ever read of this game have all been positive. Like glowing almost, you know, so. And it's a Korean dev, right?
Yep.
Korea. We love our Korean devs around here. Yeah, man. I'm shooting for the stars.
All right. Well,
comes out as like a 62. No. Broken fuck.
Yeah.
Nah.
You get halfway into the game, and then
like 20 FPS on the consoles.
It just turns into a pixel art game from there on. Like they just lost all of their budget, and it turns into an indie pixel art game from then on. 5 out of 10. First half was amazing. Have you ever? I'm pretty sure you haven't, but there was this one anime, right? And it was a case of an anime just losing all of its budget midway through. And I forget the name of it. It was like a slice of life romance anime, and it's notorious because this, like, the animation was really good, the character art was great up until like episode 9, like 9 out of 12 or something like that. And then no, I don't even think it was like 9 out of 12. It was like 9 out of 25 or something. No, oh man. So like you're going through and it's like everything's normal. Oh man, it looks great and the story's picking up, the characters are great, and it's like, okay, cool. And then it hits a certain point where the episode is like, oh, okay, they're not like animating these episodes as well as before. It's kind of like got that stop, like that's like picture, like when anime they just like have a still image and then they're just like talking, but they're not really like animating
or anything.
anything.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, it's going into that, but it gets to a point where they start using cardboard cutouts because they have no budget left. They start using cardboard cutouts, and it's like they're on a stick with puppets animating the characters. I haven't seen a game do that yet, but I would love to see a game where it just runs out of budget to that point where like the last half of the game is
trash.
A completely different, like a completely different art style, completely different gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
Bro, hold on. I need to figure out what the name of that anime is because I have to put it on a screen for y'all to see because that shit blew my mind when it happened. I'd never seen anything like that before. And like kudos to whoever it was because they were so creative with it. Let me see if I can. And I think what happened was that it was Gainax. And if you know Gainax, they were a lot of the talent that went on to become Studio Trigger today. And Studio Trigger is the ones who did like the Cyberpunk anime, Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann, all of these great anime today. But like Gainax used to be a lot of that talent, and they used all of the budget on Neon Genesis
Evangelion.
Yeah, Evangelion. And they took the budget away from because they were like, yeah, this is gonna be a way bigger hit. we gotta cut the budget on this other anime that we're doing and put it all towards this one instead. Bear with me for a second. It's gonna be worth it. Kare Kano. Okay. Let me see if I can pull it up on YouTube.
You know what's funny, bro?
What's up?
This is gonna be a low-key tangent. And I just took a fucking rip, but you know how Expedition 33 won fucking all these is like the most awarded game of the year, right? It's like if every single year there's gonna be more outlets that do this and have these, then obviously there's gonna be more awards for it, right? Like, come on, man. Like, that's not even a story, bro. Like, that makes like everyone. I don't know, bro. People are fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I can't do it on YouTube because they don't. I'll find it later. But let's go ahead and get into this Ubisoft topic.
Just hit him with a soundbite, bro.
What do we got? What's a fitting one for this one?
Oh shit! Here we go again.
So yeah, Ubisoft. Every time I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, be like, Ubisoft might be on the upswing. It might be, this might be Ubisoft redemption arc. This might be the one. Nah, Ubisoft. You didn't really fucked up this time.
Wilted Roses in the chat, y'all. Wilted Roses in the chat.
So first off, let's shout out Insider Gaming. Let's give it Tom Henderson and the guys. They were doing excellent reporting out there. Oh my god. Amazing, right? Amazing reporting from Tom Henderson and the crew. Because we were looking forward to that Prince of Persia remake shadow drop. Because it was so close to being announced and released, and everyone had their hopes up. I was like, yeah, bro, if Tom's saying it gotta be true, right? Because that's the Insider Gaming, the insider right there. So I'm over here like, oh yeah, bro, Prince of Persia coming out soon. It's about to be a wrap. One of my favorite games of all time. Finally getting a remake. And it seems that it was going to be getting a heftier remake than planned. Probably something more on the Resident Evil 2 remake, Final Fantasy 7 remake level, which I'm like, if I'm gonna get that, I don't mind, but it's not something I needed for them to go to those heights to do, but I would have accepted it. So I'm like, yeah, bro, it's inevitable. It's coming soon. That's Insider Gaming put their stamp on that. I was like, yeah, bro, that shit's happening. And that was a week, 2 weeks ago that they first started talking about this. And even Ubisoft's in their financial reports was like, yeah, Prince of Persia is coming out before March 2026. So, I'm over here like, yeah, bro, this it's finally happening. Let's fucking go. Everyone can get excited. We gonna have some Prince of Persia, and hopefully this is gonna be the one that revitalizes the franchise, because that was supposed to be Lost Crown. The Lost Crown, is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Lost Crown. Yeah.
The Lost Crown and Rogue of Prince of Persia, but neither of those
did anything.
Yeah, even though the Lost Crown,
both of those are good games. Yeah. No, they're both good.
Yeah, I feel like Lost Crown is more mass appeal. Like it had way more mass appeal, but people just didn't trust Ubisoft enough to take the plunge. And Rogue Prince of Persia was like a really good roguelike that just it was a little too indie for most people. But
yeah, and I think they launched it as early access too. So
yeah, it was in early access also, which is not, I wouldn't think is a good idea for that type of game. But yeah, neither of those push needles, but like Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is a game that still holds up today. And the ideas and mechanics that it has are still being used as like reference in games today because they were so ahead of their time with that game. The wall running, the platforming, the pole swinging, the time elements, all of those mechanics just made such an amazing action adventure game that kind of became the basis for like 3D action adventure games of today, including the Uncharted series that a lot of people love. Has a lot of the DNA from those games. I guess a little bit of Jak and Daxter also has those elements as well. But remake that, put it into a modern era, improve the story, improve the voice acting, the characters, and still have those mechanics that made it so beloved, I think that game would actually do really well in today's climate. But now we'll never know, because Ubisoft announced that not only is Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake dead in the water, but also 5 other titles, undisclosed at this time, were canceled as well under Ubisoft. Ubisoft is also delaying 7 other games to ensure enhanced quality benchmarks are fully met, quote unquote. First, before I get on Ubisoft, I want to say count your days to all of the media and people who were bitching about the Prince of Persia remake when it first got announced. Like, I understand that what we saw, they should have called it a remaster. That's probably what it was, is that they said, yeah, this is Prince of Persia remake. It was more like a remaster. But that was okay with me, because all I wanted was to be able to play Prince of Persia with like a modern camera, not the fixed camera that you get when you're doing the platforming challenges, not the, like, I want to just update the controls and camera. That's all I want. That's all I want from Prince of Persia. I don't care how good it looks. I want the same story. I want the same voice acting. I want all of that. I just want improved controls and improved camera. And I was happy with what they showed when they showed it. And they were like, yeah, it's coming out next year. Then, because everybody was complaining, it got delayed for how many years?
Like 4.
Like 4 years. Was it worth it? Now we don't got no Prince of Persia remake. That's y'all fault. I'm putting that on y'all. So count your days. Whoever you are, you know who you are. Now, secondly, I gotta get on Ubisoft now, because how the fuck do you? It's a remake. You have 80% of the blueprint right there. How do you fumble a remake this much that now you have to cancel the game completely? Like, make it make sense. But not only that,
Bro,
these other 5 games that have been canceled that we don't even know about yet, because it's gonna come out eventually. And Beyond
if it's
Good and Evil
Rayman,
2,
bro.
if it's Rayman, best believe it's gonna be blood in the streets if that's the case. But
Bro, I'm never capping for Ubisoft ever again if it's Rayman, bro. I'm telling you right now. I don't care if they make Assassin's Creed Shadows at 60 FPS with ray tracing on the fucking Switch too. I don't care if they do that. I'm not capping for them, bro. I'm done.
we're not capping for the technical powerhouse of Ubisoft.
Nah, bro. Fuck that. They need to license out their engine right now, ASAP. Like ASAP, literally, because they already have their own marketplace, the Ubisoft Connect. They can literally be like, oh, if you want to download our engine, download it right now, type shit. Like, literally just turn into Epic. Like stop making games, let other people make games for you with using your technology, and move on is what I think, honestly.
Yeah. Ubisoft, when it comes to game management, like, their management has just been terrible for the past decade. But, every time I'm like, oh, I think they're on the upswing. I think it's time. Like, this time it's going to be different. I'm in an abusive relationship with Ubisoft. Like, no, he not gonna hit me again. He's changed. He went to church. It's all good now. And then he come home drunk. And then Prince of Persia remake.
I'm crying, bro. What are these freaking examples, bro? Nah, but if you really think about it, what I'm saying can work because Assassin's Creed's are already their like powerhouse. Then they're already trying to turn Assassin's Creed into a live service game, and they have a couple others that are like, you know, relatively solid money makers, like Rainbow Six Siege. Even though that game has more so a player count versus people that actually want to spend money in that game, because no one cares about the fucking skins and all that bullshit that they put in that game anymore. Yeah. But
the Rainbow Six well is definitely drying up. If they don't,
yeah, no, that well is dry, and then they're trying to bring up that Division well back up, but we'll see. But like you can tell all of their games are trying to be live service and like games as a service type games. So it's like they honestly really just should listen to me. Ubisoft, if you're listening, just listen, bro, please.
What he's trying to say in the most like respectful terms is low tier god yourself now.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. If people who get the reference, you know what that means. But
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, just type in low tier god.
Low
and
tier.
You'll know exactly.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's a thing that he used to say that I can't say on here because we will get demonetized.
Okay.
But whenever you see the picture of low tier god, like the people who know exactly what you're trying to tell them without saying it.
Gotcha.
But Ubisoft, he wants you to end yourself now.
Nah, I didn't say that. No, what I'm trying to say here is they got great technical talent, and that talent could be used to help others make games in their engines. Is what I'm trying to say.
Just like instead of making another Horizon game, just keep helping Kojima make Death Stranding instead.
Exactly. He could have used Snowdrop.
He thought about it. It was considered. I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. This one hurts, bro.
Yes, it does.
I've been wanting some form of remaster, remake. I just want to. If it's a port of the HD version that they had on PS3, I would be okay with that. Only version that I can play is the PC version of the original game that does not have full controller support. Or
you could probably mod it in there.
Yeah, I don't want to even do all that. Or I played the OG Xbox version through back compat on the Xbox Series, and I still got to put up with the nasty camera, that PS2 camera that was not all the way there back then.
Was it on the bumpers?
No, it was like in certain areas it would go into a fixed camera angle, but like depending on the platform and challenge, it would literally like switch while you're in the middle of platforming, and it was bad.
Yeah, and you would have to completely switch your input method too, right? Like up is down, down is up, or some shit, or left is right, right is left. So, yeah, I got you.
I just wanted something that modernizes that game. In that sense, like I don't need it to be the best looking game ever. I don't need it to try to retell the story in a way that would make like modern narratives like would fit the modern narrative shtick. Like I don't need any of that, bro. I just wanted a game that controls well, but it's basically the same game. Like a Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD situation. That's all I wanted. But now I can't have anything. So I guess I'm gonna have to just bunker down and just replay the fucking OG again.
Or they should hit up Nintendo.
Nintendo buys the Prince of Persia franchise like they did Bayonetta, and then they put out the best fucking Prince of Persia games ever made. Oh my god. Don't give me hype. But yeah. Now we already tried, I mean, we already kind of discussed what some of the other canceled games could be.
Yeah.
Beyond Good and Evil 2, Rayman, those were ones that were in the works. It seems that one that isn't canceled that we talked about before was the Rainbow Six Tactics game. That still seems to be in the works. Well, that's according to Tom Henderson and the Insider Gaming Crew. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, guys.
That's crazy, dude. Yo, their PR went down real quick too, man. Low key.
But I doubt that Far Cry 7 is one of the canceled games.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because that's been in the rumor mill for at least a year and some change now. But I can't really... Oh, Splinter Cell Remake. That could be one of them. That would be a double whammy. That would be the worst double whammy ever if Prince of Persia Remake and Splinter Cell Remake were both canceled.
Yeah, man.
But supposedly they were doing something with Watch Dogs. Yeah, RIP if Watch Dogs get canceled. But it's hard to tell how many projects Ubisoft actually has in the pipeline because of how many employees and studios they have is just insane. But then when you look at the output that they have, you would expect them to be putting out way more. And it's because of shit like this, their terrible management, that they don't. So that's why we have games that literally taken 13 years, 10 years, 6-year remakes. No remake should take 6 years, bro. I'm just gonna say it, like, no remake should take 6 years. I don't even think the Final Fantasy VII remake took that long. And that was going from a PlayStation 1.
Oh, hold on. Actually, I remembered, this is gonna be real quick, but it actually kind of has to do with Prince of Persia a little bit, because I was playing it, and it was kind of reminded me of it a little bit. But I tried out this demo called Mortar Slice. Have you heard of this game?
No.
You should look it up real quick. It's this little indie game. I'm pretty sure it's an Unreal Engine game. Felt like Unreal Engine, but it was like this platforming parkour style game. When you do fight enemies and stuff, it does feel like it's like you just hit them a couple times and they die. So it's not like combo based. It's more so like
Motor
a flow
Slice?
state game. Yeah, Motor Slice.
Okay. Put it on the screen.
Yes, sir. I tried. Yeah, the demo's out now, so anyone can try it. It's only like 600 megabytes, so it's like really tiny. But yeah, I'd say give it a chance if you were excited about Prince of Persia. I know that I actually just literally seen their tweet on my timeline, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did play this demo, but I played it for like 20 minutes, and I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty fun. But yeah, if you're dumped about this, then yeah, definitely check that out.
Yeah. But do you think Tencent had anything to do with this, or you think this was just a Ubisoft kind of long time coming, just falling apart type of deal?
No, I think yeah. I would say they probably do. I don't know like what exactly, but I wouldn't rule it out, you know, because how is the military, like, more militia tactics game gonna be still greenlit, but the one that's in the Middle Eastern thing gonna be the one that's be like, nah, like that seems kind of sus if you want to look at it that way.
See that? Yeah, I think anything that was like single player small experience might be out of there, including Rayman. But we gonna see.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like I feel like Rayman probably has the most worry, and then Beyond Good and Evil 2 could still have some live service elements going for it, so maybe they kept that one around. But then again, 13 years is also crazy for a game to be in development, and the chances of them making that money back would be very difficult. So it's hard to determine what games got canceled. And then there's also the chances that the canceled games are games we don't even know about, that we're still in like the prototyping phases. So who knows? But the 7 delayed games are probably like Far Cry 7, Assassin's Creed Hexe, or whatever the next Assassin's Creed was supposed to be. Trying to think what else they had in the works. Actually can't remember. They had a bunch of Assassin's Creed games, so probably 2 of those. I know they canned the Immortal Phoenix Rising game, the sequel, so that's not one of them. If Watch Dogs is still in production, that could be the delayed one as well. But yeah, who knows? I feel like Ubisoft's games don't get leaked out as much as they used to. Like we basically used to know everything that they had in production.
Yeah, they've tightened the ship a little bit.
Unlike Xbox, we used to definitely know. I had a list of every Xbox project in development with code names and everything, and then like it was
now
Jez,
we know Jack.
Yeah, it was Jez and Jeff Grubb just used to, oh yeah, I heard about this Xbox game called Project blah blah blah, and it's in the works at Obsidian and blah blah blah, and like, and it all, for the most part, all of them came out, or at least were announced, and then we know what happened to some of them. RIP Project Typhoon, aka Contraband. Did Perfect Dark have a project name before?
Probably, but I don't know.
If it did, it was
Maverick too, I think. Project Maverick.
Yeah, which I haven't heard.
Which
that.
They said like was what?
That was
Which they what's it called? People Can Fly on Gears E Day.
Fly.
But I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be a game on its own, but I don't know. Project Mara now too.
Yeah, who knows what's going on with that game?
Nah, that's Dunzo, bro.
You never know.
Nah, bro, that's Dunzo, bro. Trust me, bro. Just trust me, please.
But who else? There was, I think, I can't remember any more off the top of my head. But I remember there was Project PAX Day, and that ended up not being an Xbox title anymore, and it ended up actually coming out as PAX Day, and it was pretty bad. So good thing Xbox was not associated with that one.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to Ubisoft.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't even know if I want to know or not what games are canceled. Guess we'll know by time, right?
Yeah. The last thing we need is more like Last of Us factions regrets, or like the Spider-Man game where nobody knew that the game even existed, and then someone was like, hey, look at this Spider-Man multiplayer game that got canceled and it looks amazing. And then now I have to live with the fact that I know that this game could have existed and I'll never get to play it. So yeah, I would rather not know which of these 5 games got canceled. I would rather live in ignorance. But that's not the end of what Ubisoft had to say, because they couldn't just cancel the games and then just kind of leave it at that. No, they had to start talking about shit that only made people even angrier. And that is that they want Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six to be annual billionaire brands. Remember when Assassin's Creed was an annual franchise? You ready to go back to that? The thing that almost killed the franchise in the first place, It's almost like nobody ever learns from history, and we just keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. But now we'll be having Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six annually. Isn't that great? A new Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, and Far Cry every year with minimal differences between each other. I love the sound of that. Don't you?
Nah, man. Bro, I'm looking at this first trailer of the remake. Dropped in September 10th, 2020. And the release date was supposed to be January 21st, 2021. Literally
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Today. What the fuck? That's crazy. We could have had this game today 5 years ago.
That's exactly what I keep saying. And I would have been happy. And everyone.
Bro, this game looks fine.
Everyone would have been happy.
It looks fine.
Oh, that's who else? Yeah, we count your days, Capcom. Count your days for basically setting the bar so high for remakes that now if it doesn't look on the level of Resident Evil 2 remake, that nobody gets a pass anymore. And that's why we're in the situation with Ubisoft in the first place.
Bro. I think this wasn't the remake originally being made in like India, and then they like took it out and then they gave it to some other team.
Yes.
Bro, what if and then didn't they like disband that team in India, or am I not recalling that information correctly?
I don't know if they disbanded the team.
Okay. Because that's odd, because that's also around the same time that Sony announced the India Hero Project.
Oh, you
I
think
remember
that's the team, like those members?
like they poached. I honestly think they might have poached those guys.
I mean, they're not really developing games though, right?
India Hero Project?
Like the in-house.
So
do you
the
mean
in-house,
like they started up a team that was a part of the India project?
yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like either they what's it called? Called in some of those devs and like got them to sign on the project or some shit like that. I don't know, because the art style I was looking at, the art style for that game looks really similar to a leaked India Hero Project game that I've seen. So yeah, but I mean, I'm literally just doing conjecture at this point. I'm just bullshitting.
But yeah, actually I'm gonna put that on the screen because I actually forgot what the remake looks like when it was first announced.
I have the link.
I'm already on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. PS4 trailer. Let's see.
Yeah, looks fine, honestly.
Man, that looks like a PS4 game to me. Bro, I can't believe we were people were tripping so hard about this that they had to wait. They had to go back to the drawing board for 5 years and then cancel the game. Yeah, I'll never forgive y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll never forgive y'all. But it is what it is. But how do you feel about the whole annual billionaire brands quote from Ubisoft?
Yeah, sounds like they just want to milk their franchises that they got and make as much money as they can make. No more unique ideas is what I'm hearing. Just trying to keep on milking what you got.
Well, technically those three fall under the Vantage Studios brand. I think the Ubisoft proper would still be the unique ideas thing, but who knows, with these layoffs you would like all of the unique ideas that they had. If something like a Rayman might have got canceled, or Beyond Good and Evil 2, all those unique ideas just went out the window, so who knows. But of course, not only did these games get canceled, there was also some studio closures and layoffs, which we usually expect at the beginning of this year. Ubisoft kind of set the precedent for the first mass layoff, although we don't really have, or at least I didn't read in the article that we had a number for those layoffs.
I wonder why they canceled it. Like what was the reason this time? Like they didn't even provide a reason, you know?
So they did put up a
I seen the post.
Yeah, which I didn't read, but let me actually read on that one. Oh, that's why Vince Staples was trending. The Vince Staples show got canceled.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, they're also not done announcing layoffs. They're gonna announce more layoffs on February 12th. Imagine having a countdown for more layoffs. So this is the message that they put about the Prince of Persia remake from the official Prince of Persia Twitter. To the Prince of Persia community, who is basically dead at this point, we want to share this with you directly. We've made the difficult decision to stop development on Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake. We know this is deeply disappointing. This game carries enormous meaning for fans and for the teams who worked on it. While the project had real potential, we weren't able to reach the level of quality you deserve, and continuing would have required more time and investment than we could responsibly commit. And we didn't want to release something that fell short of what the Sands of Time represents. Prince of Persia as a universe and a legacy continues to matter deeply to us, lies. And this decision does not mean we're stepping away from the franchise, definitely lies. Thank you for your passion, patience, and love for Prince of Persia, the Prince of Persia team. It's crazy that they could say, yeah, we're not stepping away from the franchise. This bans the Lost Crown development, kills Prince of Persia remake. Yeah, no, we're not stepping away from the Prince of Persia franchise. Like, come on. Unless they're just gonna keep pitching Prince of Persia to indie developers from now on, like they did with Rogue Prince of Persia, and then that'll be basically what Prince of Persia is, just a IP that gets licensed out to others instead of being developed in-house by Ubisoft.
Hmm.
which I would still take over no Prince of Persia.
Yep.
But I don't understand how a remake can have this many issues and cost this much money and take this much time when it never needed to be Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, where they try to make this a 3-part, split the Sands of Time into a 3-part trilogy. Like, come on. There was no need for any of that.
Hey, at least that's full commitment, though. That's full commitment. Like, this is the opposite of that.
Yeah. Or that they put all this work into it and they were like, you know what, we're not actually going to make that much money as like a Resident Evil 2 or Final Fantasy 7 would, because it's not as big. Which I would argue, I doubt. Well, first I'd argue, why are you putting that much money into this if you didn't feel that it was going to make as much money as those franchises in the first place? That's just bad management, as usual, from Ubisoft. And second, like, not putting it out is losing more money than actually releasing the game.
Yeah.
Which, especially if it's quote unquote done, like a lot of insiders have said. But you know what? Hopefully this just gets the modding community up into the air, and maybe they'll actually put some fucking HD mods out for Prince of Persia, so we'll get a remake regardless. Just making sure nothing else came out while we were talking on the Ubisoft situation.
You're good.
I don't think. Maybe that Assassin's Creed Civil War game was also a part of the canceled 5 or 6 games that we had learned about. So yeah, I think that's everything. I don't think we've had any new news come out of that. So, was there anything else you wanted to add to the Ubisoft situation before we move on?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
We can go on and on, but it is what it is. Count your days. Oh, actually we did. We did get something new, but it's from Insider
Yay.
Gaming, exclusive.
Oh.
Exclusive from Insider Gaming. You know, we the most trusted source in gaming insider news, whatever the fuck. Exclusive: Beyond Good and Evil 2 survives Ubisoft's Project Purge. So yeah, if they are to be believed, let's go. That's one less worry. Now
And then February 12th
need...
comes and it's like, yeah, Beyond.
Exactly. But I just need to hear about Rayman. Like, I'm Darth Vader. I'm Anakin Skywalker waking up as Darth Vader for the first time. And like, Rayman, is he okay? And I'm like, if I find out it's a wrap for Rayman, I'm about to hit that Darth Vader no. I need that on the soundboard. I mean, on the soundboard.
Nah, yeah, that'd be gas.
Damn, I said I was gonna add something to my soundboard the other day. It was yesterday, and now I
Then you
can't
forgot.
remember
Yep.
what it was.
Yerp. That's how it is.
I think I was talking to Cindy, and I was like, I need to add that one to the soundboard, and now I don't remember. All right, let's move on. Something less depressing.
Yay.
Oh shit, everything is depressing.
No.
All right. Let's talk about the most depressing news. The Witcher 3.
Yay.
Because
Switch
you know
to.
what? No, not that. And
Aw.
not the expansion that's supposed to be coming for soon. But there is something that actually might very slight might make me actually want to play The Witcher 3. And that is an online mod that adds co-op to The Witcher 3 that you can play through the entire campaign with friends. So this is coming from Sam Scipio over at Insider Gaming. A new multiplayer mod for The Witcher 3 called Witcher Online lets players complete the entire campaign with their friends. There appears to be a lot happening with the Witcher franchise. Reports suggest that a new DLC is set to arrive by May 2026, and the next installment is also in development. However, it seems we have a long wait ahead before these releases become available. In the meantime, players can explore a mod that significantly enhances the original game's replayability. A new mod for The Witcher 3 has surfaced on Nexus Mods called Witcher Online. The mod adds multiplayer to the title, allowing players to play through the entire story with their friends. The mod features chat functionality for conversations with strangers, along with emotes to express yourself even more. The Witcher Online mode can be combined with the custom player characters mod to add more customization, and the chill out mod just to have a relaxing time in the taverns with your friends. Check out the Witcher 3 multiplayer mod in action below, which I will play on the screen right now.
Pretty sick though.
Yeah, this is the online in action. This is the trailer for the mod. And it seems like it's more than 4 players because I saw 5. What the hell is happening? Or are they just getting lifted into the air? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like it's going to be 5 players, which is pretty cool. And if you have the mods for customizing Geralt, everyone can have a unique playable character.
I'm pretty sure it's Geralt.
No one cares what his name is. His name is Witcher 3 for all that
Bro,
matters.
he's
Like,
the Witcher, bro.
his name is Witcher 3. I don't care. I'm gonna call him Gerard Butler from now on.
Gerard Butler. Henry Cavill.
But yeah, you know, if I could co-op in Witcher 3, that might make it a little bit more enticing than trucking along in silence on fucking Roach, which is a terrible name for a horse. Yeah, if I could co-op, I might stomach playing through The Witcher 3, but by myself.
When was the last time you played this game, bro?
Bro, the last time I played was, so I got the game originally on the Xbox
Like
One.
at launch?
I got on the Xbox One, and that was the worst experience ever.
DDR3.
Yeah, that DDR3. Terrible experience. And then
Oh no.
it had like 2-minute load times every time you died. It was terrible.
That's it. That's it, right?
And then
That was the last time you played?
I got it on PC when it was super cheap, and then tried it on there and was like, okay, it's running better. It's all good. And then I was like, actually, this game is still pretty boring. So, and that was 2016 when I first built my PC, and then I probably picked it up a couple more times on PC. And literally, I get to the Red Baron every single time, and then I'm like, I don't like. I've experienced everything I need to experience in this game, so I just
Nah,
kind of give up every
man.
single time.
You gotta power through, bro. On the Switch too, man.
I
I'm
kind of use.
saying.
I use before Cyberpunk. I was just using it as a benchmark whenever I would upgrade.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh yeah, let me put on Witcher 3 just to see how well my system runs.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I have Witcher 2 on Steam, but I don't have Witcher 3 on Steam.
And the craziest thing is that I got The Witcher 2 at launch when back before 81 was trying to hype up The Witcher. Nobody bought Witcher 2 on the 360. Nobody knew what a Witcher was. But I was there because I was like, yo, this is supposed to be the Fable killer right here. Like, and then that shit was ass too. Not even
Kinda was.
that game was ass. And then that's when I knew.
And now Fable trying to do The Witcher.
So then when people were hyping up The Witcher 3, I'm like, how are y'all gonna hype up The Witcher 3 when The Witcher 2 is trash and nobody bought it? And now The Witcher 3, 40 million sold or some shit like that. Y'all fake.
I think The Witcher 2 has like 10 million sold.
I think that's post Witcher 3. Nah, maybe not post Witcher 3.
For sure.
I know a lot of people went back to The Witcher 2 after Witcher 3, but Witcher 2, it sold some millions. I'm not gonna act like it was ass, but it definitely was not this phenomenon like they're trying to make The Witcher 3. Even though they're the same game. That's all I'm gonna say.
They're really not, bro.
The Witcher 3 just has better quest design, and that's it. And graphics, I guess.
I think you need to give it one last chance, but on your Series X. While you're chilling on the couch.
Oh, I also played it with the good mods, you know, with that stuff, yeah, with the good mods, and it was still boring. That's how I knew it was over, you know.
No. I think they have different control schemes in the settings. Maybe you just need to tweak it.
We can twerk.
Yeah, man.
I did say I was gonna give The Witcher 3 one more chance last year, so maybe I'll actually do it this time.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I also have to do that same thing for Cyberpunk.
Give it one more chance.
One more time.
I remember when that song was popping.
All right, but yeah, would you try out the Witcher 3 online mod? I know you're not really into modding, but
Yeah, man. I wish it was just like easier, I guess. I think I'm gonna start
Vortex.
I think I'm gonna start my adventure with modding with the Steam Deck first. I think I'm gonna start trying to mod shit on there, and then move on to the PCs. But it seems awesome. The fact that you can play the game, the legit just the campaign with your friends, like that's dope.
Yeah, I'd have to see how seamless like quests and everything would be.
Yeah.
Like if I start a quest, does that bring people to it? Do I have to wait for them to come to the quest, or do I have to accept the quest in order to join, or is it like not synced where if I start a quest, someone else won't be doing the quest and then they'll have to do the quest after me? Like how does the synchronization of everything with the quests and shit work? But if they can get that down, it seems like it'd be a pretty solid way to play through.
Yeah,
Especially if you already played through it. But yeah, modding community always coming through when the main developers fall short. All right. What else we got on the agenda? Oh yeah. So it's been a while since we had one of these, but let's talk about a new indie game that was announced a few months ago called 1348 Ex Voto. And it got its release date for March 12th, 2026. And the game was originally announced for the PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. But with the announcement of the release date, Ex Voto has dropped the Xbox Series version of the game so that they can focus on making the PS5 and PC experience the best possible. Where have I heard that before? So yeah, it's another one of these. And you know how we feel about these devs still skipping Xbox platforms in order to make sure that they reach the full potential of the PC and PS5, you know, the ones
Audience.
with an actual audience.
I've never even heard of this game, to be honest, so
It's always the ones that you never heard of that do this.
yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll see how it works out for them.
I'm gonna put some gameplay on the screen.
We'll see how it works out for them. I don't think it's going to, but we'll see.
Now,
Sometimes it does, I guess. I mean, like, was that game like Ultros? That game's not on PlayStation, or I mean on Xbox.
well, that one was always exclusive though. I think when it was announced at the PlayStation Showcase, it was one of the exclusives of that state of play. But this one's a kind of light fantasy medieval style wannabe Kingdom Come. I won't say it's trying to be Kingdom Come, but
Yeah.
supposed to have like more grounded sword combat that feels weighty, but it's in third person, has adventure elements to it. But this game was announced in like September of last year for all three platforms, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like these developers kind of use the Series X or like the Xbox.
Wait, hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I feel like these developers kind of use the Xbox as a way to get their name out there, because just saying like, oh, we have to drop the Series X, you know, we have to drop the Xbox, it just is free marketing, because then all of these sites pick up this story because that negative Xbox news is gonna bring people who love to see that into the articles, into the comment sections, and they're gonna be there, and they start getting the clicks, and because they're getting the clicks, that game's name is getting out there, and people are actually learning about this game. Because guess what? Who knew anything about this game before the release? I mean, before this news came out. Because this game was announced, nobody knew about it. That's crazy. But now everybody is suddenly talking about this game. And the same thing happened with, there was a Souls-like that it was like this, the person had like masks and he would put on different masks. I forgot the name of the game. But the same thing happened with that game. And then we also have like the Quantum Error developers who are trying to use like launch it on the PS5 and not on the Xbox, and trying to say like, oh, PS5 better, like doing the whole console war thing to try to get their name out there. And then that game ended up being ass, and they just dropped their new game only on PS5, and that game was even worse. Code Violet, I think it was. So yeah, it's, you know, people, I swear they will use the Xbox name negatively just to get their name out there. Because the trajectory from 5 months ago when you announced the game to now is not that deep. Like, if you knew that it wasn't coming to the Series X at launch in September or whenever it was, is all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. I feel like you faking it for the fans. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Subeg?
My bad. What are we talking about?
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Not mean.
Exactly. And that's why. No, I'm just. All right. No, no, I was saying I think they using. I think they only listed the Series X just so that they can put out this news and get their name out there. I don't think they ever planned on getting that Series X version out at launch. And because I feel like this is the same thing that we saw with what was the Souls-like game with the masks, and it was like a valedictorian. That is not the word that I was actually Victorian like French game. I forgot what it was called. It came out like 2 years ago, but it was a bunch of like indie games that were kind of using that strategy. They would be like, oh yeah, it's coming to the Series X, and like, oh no, and it'll be like 2 months later after their announcement, like, oh no, it's not coming to the Series X, and we did not know that 2 months ago. You know, like, the time frames don't really make sense for you to be like, yeah, we're this game is coming out on all these platforms at the same time, and then be like, oh no, we're gonna have to delay the Series X 2 months later because we didn't know 2 months ago that it wasn't gonna make it. But now that we made a big deal about it, all of these outlets are gonna talk about our game, and now people are actually gonna know about this game that nobody actually knew about before. Nobody was talking about before. Now everybody's talking about it. So, you know, I feel like they're using that as a tactic for marketing, not like, oops, we didn't know. That's just me. Am I overthinking it, or you think that it is just they weren't gonna make the launch without dropping the Series X version and focusing on the PS5 and PC?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Like, there must be a reason why this keeps on happening. Like, maybe they get to a point and it's just like, maybe Microsoft asks for something, or maybe it's like they can't get past like some sort of internal, like, I don't know, PR or some shit. I don't know. There must be a reason, but maybe it is for themselves, because this is a PR boost for them, and people are now looking at this game and saying, like, oh, why is this so special that it can't go to the Xbox platform type shit, you know? That looks like very Plague Tale like.
Yeah, I can see that. Probably not.
I'm not really that interested in it, to be completely honest.
I didn't see anything that really caught my eye, but
yeah, same.
But you know, now we're gonna see like J-Dub or somebody trying to boost up this game. He's gonna be like, yo, this right here, y'all can't play this. This is the greatest game I've played this year. Xbox fans, it's a wrap. But yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say on that though. All right, I think we just got a couple more quick topics, and then that's all she wrote. But let's talk about Perfect Dark. Or not really, but something in the same vein, because
Did they do it again?
The biggest
Oh,
mistake
no.
that one can say about the initiative and Perfect Dark is the use of a moniker of quality that they coined that only served to backfire on them and basically just
The
get people's
miscategorization. It's a
yeah,
miscategorization too.
it got people's hopes up for something that the game was never gonna be able to live up to.
And never did. And never will.
Only one game can live up to that moniker, and that's GTA 6. And yeah. So there's another developer who was stupid enough to use this moniker, and now people have got a hold of this information, and that is Eidos Montreal, who is developing an unannounced quadruple A game in Unreal Engine 5. All right, first off,
Yay.
if you're making a quadruple A game and you use Unreal Engine 5, you can't have both of those. Like, you gotta pick.
No, it has to be your own engine.
Like, you either making a triple A game in Unreal Engine 5 or you making a quadruple A game in your proprietary engine, but you're not doing that in Unreal Engine 5. Let's get that out there right now. So, a LinkedIn profile from an Eidos Montreal employee has revealed that the studio is working on an unannounced quadruple A game in Unreal Engine 5.
Fucking hell.
The finding was posted by LinkedIn scouter Timur 2222. I think that's how I don't know how you actually pronounce his name.
I think I've seen that account.
Yeah, he always he's the one who always gets those LinkedIn posts, and he is like he gets a lot of information from those LinkedIns about like who's working on what, like when they start new projects. When someone joins a team or leaves a team, he's always like one of the first ones to get that information. So definitely follow him if y'all just want inside information like that. And been corroborated. Let's see. So the finding was posted by LinkedIn scouter Timur and corroborates what I have heard about the project. This is Tom Henderson, by the way. Exclusive, by the way. It's exclusive. Tom Henderson. In December 2025, I posted to X that recent Eidos Montreal layoffs were connected to a project codenamed P11, which has been reducing its headcount as of late as it heads into beta and eventually launch. P11 is Eidos Montreal's new IP, which according to sources has been in development since around 2019 and has faced significant setbacks and issues along the way. Oh, I wonder why. It's understood that the project has seen hundreds of millions of dollars invested, which unsurprisingly would warrant the quadruple A tag. As mentioned on the Insider Gaming Podcast, the game is an open world action adventure game in third person. Let's see if any of this information is important. Funnily enough, I only know about the game because I was finding out more about the game last year for a book I am working on about canceled video games. He wants to be Jason Schreier so bad. All right. So, yeah, bro, another quadruple A game that when we finally see the game, we gonna be like, yeah, that's just a triple A game, bro. And we gonna be like, yeah, the only thing that makes this quadruple A is that y'all wasted an extra $300 million because of bad management on the project, and that's literally the only thing that's gonna make it a quadruple A game. But I'm still excited because I do like Eidos Montreal, and I want to see whatever this project is that they've put this much money into. And doesn't seem to be a live service game, or at least not a multiplayer game from the sound of it. But I don't think this news is as widespread as the Initiative's quadruple A kind of thing. But you feel like that's going to do some harm to the game going into it?
I feel like it's a bad omen for sure.
Yeah, we got 3 quadruple A games. Perfect Dark canceled. Skull and Bones came out after like a decade and it was mid as fuck. And barely even a triple A game, let alone a quadruple A. So yeah, Idols Montreal, they gonna be the ones to break the curse. Maybe they got some Crimson Desert level shit under the tuck that nobody could have expected. Maybe you know. I mean, they did help with Fable. They helped with Grounded too. They worked on some great games. They got some inspiration. Like, yo, maybe we can use some of the elements that we learned from these games, and we gonna make something even better. Also, I didn't think Eidos Montreal even had hundreds of millions of dollars to put into anything. Like, I was expecting them to be
Think they're broke?
scrapping up change. I mean, I figured they were pretty broke because they were working on Xbox projects instead of
That's true.
their own.
They're also on Fable, right?
Yeah, they're on Fable, and they are still helping out with Grounded 2 as well. But maybe they just are using those for the extra funds to fund P11, which that would be a smart decision to make. Maybe instead of making multiple of their own projects, they're working on this one big project that they hope will be the Hail Mary that like really like puts them over the edge and establishes them as a I don't know, like one game. Do it like I feel like a bunch of smaller games would do that more than one big game. But if it's a Cyberpunk or a Witcher 3 level game, then yeah, maybe. But we gonna see whenever they announce this. But I don't like the idea of them putting all their eggs into one basket and then hoping that this is the savior. Unless you literally didn't have a choice, like Intelligent Systems with Fire Emblem Awakening. They didn't have a choice because they were already told, like, yeah, this is your last game. If this is your last Fire Emblem, so make the most of it. Like make the most of it, because after this Fire Emblem, it's a wrap. And then they cooked like they never cooked before, and we got the game that saved the franchise. But they knew that they didn't have any other choice. Like, y'all got a choice. Y'all could have. I think they also canceled. Eidos was the ones working on the Legacy of Kain, right? The Legacy of Kain remake.
I have no idea.
And that one was canceled.
Legacy.
Or reboot. That's what it was. It was a reboot.
Yep.
See?
That was reported last month.
Putting all your eggs in one basket. But, you know,
okay, so they are acquired by, wait, hold on. Company being, yeah, they're acquired by Embracer Group.
Yeah, so ultimately Embracer Group is the one who has the final say on which projects get canceled and stuff, and which ones are still going. But hopefully this game comes out, because if it don't, I think Eidos might be adios. That was a good one. Put that one on their gravestone. Eidos won adios. But yeah, man, I want Eidos to succeed because I did like some of their games. Can't say I loved all of their games, but I was never that much of a fan of the Deus Ex games, but I did love Guardians of the Galaxy, and was hoping that we would get something along those lines. So yeah, pray for Eidos. Love you. All right, anything else you want to add, or ready to go to the final topic?
Yup. It sucks because Guardians of the Galaxy was made on their own engine. So this is another studio who has ditched Unreal Engine. Or I mean ditched their own engine for Unreal Engine.
Did he say it was Unreal Engine? The new game?
Didn't they? AAA game in Unreal?
Yeah, we made that joke. Yeah, so that did happen.
Yeah, and yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy game is their own.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I had some news from previously that I thought I was gonna add, but I guess not. No, just this one. All right. Of course, can't go 1 week without talking about AI. And this one got some backlash. You know, this was a rare time. This is one of those rare times where Steam got some backlash. Big Steam, you know? And I was like, hold on, what the hell we mad at Big Steam for? So Valve has significantly rewritten Steam's rules for how game developers must disclose AI use, clarifying that AI-powered tools do not require a disclosure. So if you're using AI tools such as like AI code and things like that, that is not required to be disclosed in the Steam listing. Now, if you have Gen AI art and things like that, that will need to be disclosed to the audience. But not if you're just using some tools to get your game moving faster, you know? And that is gonna change a lot of the games that we see with AI disclosures, because a lot of them aren't really using Gen AI as far as art and stuff goes. But like in a AAA space, it's gonna be more about the tools that they're using rather than making a character from scratch using Gen AI. Like no one in AAA space is gonna be doing that. Like indie developers probably, but not in the AA, AAA space.
Yeah.
So, you know, the people who were just like anti-AI everything, they were pissed about this. And that caused some discourse online for Steam. But how are you feeling about this news?
It kind of just reminds me of how I said like AI is just kind of inherent. Like they're trying to like implement the tools to make it so it's just inherent into these engines. So it's like you can't even walk like a second without using it. So yeah.
You already know my stance. Like AI tools, who cares? Like if the AI makes a better game, cool. If you don't know how to use AI and you're just throwing shit together, you don't know anything about game design, you're not gonna make a good game. So I could care less and it could be if you're not using AI and you still don't know about game design, you're gonna make a bad game regardless. I just care about good games. It don't matter where it comes from or what you use to make it, as long as you make a good game at the end of the day. When I don't think I actually have any game. Well, I think I have a couple of games that have that AI disclaimer, but they're like hentai games, so you know, it is what it is. They were slop anyway. I ain't care.
It's hella funny.
But yeah, I don't think I've seen a game that I was like, ooh, this game looks cool as hell, and then I see the AI disclaimer yet. But when I do come across that AI disclaimer and something that's like, oh shit, this hoe actually looked pretty live, and then I see the AI disclaimer, I don't think that disclaimer is gonna like stop me from wanting to play that game. But that's just me though. But yeah. How long do you think it's gonna take when this disclaimer becomes more and more prevalent and we get even more news about these highly rated games like Clair Obscur having AI use? How long before the dam breaks when it becomes, you know, it's actually not that bad, you know, AI, you know, it is what it is at this point. You know,
he had a good run back when Jordan was in the league, you know, and now he's chilling.
It's like the whole remember when people used to boycott microtransactions? And yeah. Now look where we're at. Yeah. So, you know, now we just be like, oh, you know, it's just some cosmetic who cares? It's just cosmetic microtransactions in a single player game. Who cares? As long as the game is good, I can ignore it. It's fine. Like, you know, it happens when they flood the market and everything that every game that you like has it. And it's like, well, I guess I have no choice now. You know? When is that floodgate gonna break? 1 year, 2 years, the generation after next? Who knows?
Probably gonna happen this coming up generation. So PS6, Xbox next, and Switch 2.
Gonna happen when they announce Red Dead Redemption 3 completely made it AI.
Oh.
And it comes out 1 year after GTA 6, and they say, guess what? We going back to making multiple games a year, and it's all thanks to AI. And
everyone's just happy.
Like, oh, we got Rockstar back making games, and it's thanks to AI. Praise the AI overlords. Oh, and we get Bully too? Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. I don't want to hear nothing about AI if AI gives us Bully 2. Y'all can't say nothing. But yeah, I thought I had some more AI news, but I guess not. I tend to just throw all the AI topics into one category now. Whenever
that's fair. That's fair.
Whenever something AI related pops off. But no, I think that is everything. Unless you want to talk about the real on the radar that we missed, which was Mario Tennis Fever. It's this little indie game.
The little indie game that could.
The little indie game that could from the little studio Nintendo with their little IP Mario, but in tennis this time, which is a very cool deviation from the normal formula. But no, Mario Tennis Fever looks fucking fire. And shout out to Nintendo for taking all the criticism from Aces and basically they put out this overview trailer that answered every single criticism that you could have about Aces all at once. It's like somebody was listening. That's like somebody had to be listening to what the criticisms were with Aces, because they were like, oh, y'all thought the roster was mid at launch, and even with the new additions like the DLC, it was still not enough. Well, we're gonna give you more characters than we've ever had in the franchise at launch. Oh, y'all didn't have enough game modes and y'all got tired of the bare bones like tennis courts. Well, we got all these different tennis courts that all have different objectives and different abilities and different game modes. An adventure mode that's actually more robust than like 4-hour campaign that they had in Aces. And what else did they do? And then they made it even more like with the new Fever Rackets is definitely more robust with like the gameplay mechanics. Like Aces had some really cool ideas, and mechanically it's still the best Mario Tennis, like not even close, but they've kind of expanded on that with the Fever Rackets to make it still fun for like the party game situations, but still really competitive. And yeah, that's my I think that's my next Nintendo Switch 2 game. That's the next first party for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bro, can't wait.
They're still keeping this monthly cadence, bro. Because this month they got the Animal Crossing. Next month they got Mario Tennis.
And then I
And
think
then the
March is
Pokopia.
Yeah, Pokopia. But yeah, in April was it April for this?
Wait, did you just make that shit up?
Yeah, bro.
That shit's hella funny. Oh my god.
Did we get the announcement that April was the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Super Mario Wonder? Or have we not get a release date for that yet?
Not yet. I don't think we have a release date yet. Yeah, but we can probably slot it there. And then after that, we don't know.
Well,
maybe May is Splatoon.
Well, there was the leak that May 22nd is a Fire Emblem. And that would be the first, well, besides June, but that would be like most of the first half of the year,
bro.
Right there.
Switch 2 gang is up, bro.
Yeah, if Fire Emblem is in May, who knows what's gonna be besides Pokemon? Because we all know Pokemon is October, November. Hey, are we gonna have November? We gonna have Pokemon go up head to head with Grand Theft Auto on November 19th?
That'd be insane.
Who's the only one who can go up against GTA 6? I think Pokemon might be one of them. I
might be walking in that store and getting both of those copies. Getting a copy of GTA 6 for the PS5 and a copy of Pokemon on the Switch 2.
If Pokemon comes out on the same day as GTA 6, I'm gonna walk into the GameStop and start a fight. I'm gonna go up in there. I'm gonna pick up the copy of GTA 6, pick up the copy of Pokemon. I'm gonna throw that motherfucking GTA 6 on the ground, stomp him out. Like, Pokemon forever, nigga. What's that?
Nah, now imagine if it's Fable Pokemon.
Oh, bro,
GTA
it's a wrap.
That'd be insane. But no one's buying Fable, or no one on Xbox is buying Fable. The PlayStation people might, though.
If it comes to PlayStation.
Nah, it's coming, bro. Stop with these. It's all Xbox games are coming to PlayStation.
That's what I mean. It's gonna come to PlayStation, but I'm talking about at launch.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, if they want that game to be successful, then yeah, they should do it at launch.
It's gonna be successful for Xbox's standards, regardless. I think this is gonna be a surefire hit for once. I
hope so, man.
Xbox fans love it, or it has a niche audience, but like, I think it's gonna be on the level of Forza Horizon in terms of like, oh no, this is like, you can't deny its success.
I hope so, bro. I hope so. I'm really rooting for them, bro. I really am. Because it's their own engine. This is the Forza Tech engine, and they're willingly choosing their own engine. So
I had the Forza Tech engine, I would willingly choose it too. Have you seen that thing?
Bro. I know it's. I was looking at the. I think you might have seen it, but I was looking at the NPCs in the Forza games, and I was like, and then I was even looking at like some of the trailers that we do have of like the characters talking with the NPCs in the new Fable, and it's like, bruh, like, it's so crazy how they went from that to that, but it's using the same engine, you know. But yeah, man, I'm hyped, bro. This dude tomorrow, man. Tomorrow.
You gonna be here, right? For the
If I wake up, I'll be.
Nah, you better get your ass. It's 10 o'clock. I ain't trying to hear that. If it was like 6 a.m., I'll be like, yeah. Nah, it's 10 o'clock, bro. You better be there.
I'll try to wake up. I'll do my best. I might just be excited enough to just wake up on my own. Sometimes that happens. So.
Or you gonna be too excited to stay up the whole night like you did that last time.
And then fall asleep like an hour before it starts. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not. You know what? I actually am really hyped for tomorrow for this. I was about to say the state of play. I don't remember the last time I was really hyped for a state of play. But hopefully this year we get one of those. But yeah, man, I'm actually legit hyped for the Dev Direct.
Yeah, it's hard to be hyped for a state of play because you really, well, when you do think that they're gonna show something, they don't show it, and then when you don't expect them to show something, that's when they finally decide, hey, here's Wolverine. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
bro, that Wolverine trailer was amazing.
But yeah, man, I'm super excited about the Dev Direct also, and most likely, no, actually, I can put this episode at the regular time because I don't think the Direct won't be more than an hour, so it won't be going into when this will be playing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if y'all have already watched the Direct and probably our reaction to the Direct, y'all are gonna be ahead of us because we're still in the past.
Come back here and let us and drop your ratings for sure.
But yeah,
let us know.
I'm excited as hell.
Oh yeah.
Especially after that fucking New Game Plus bullshit, it's gonna be good to get a good showcase for the start of the year because that shit was ass. A 3-pack ass.
Nah, dude, that showcase was so annoying because they were like, there's no ads, no blah blah blah, and then there was like literally like 30 minutes of them just sitting on the couch and talking. Like, what are you guys doing here?
Bro, as soon as I saw the couch, I knew it was a wrap. And every time you see a couch in any gaming event, is always gonna be bad news. Like, nothing good has ever happened when a couch is involved in a game.
Facts.
And
game presentation for sure.
It's truthful.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. With that, let's go ahead and skedaddle.
Hell yeah.
That is it. That is all we have for you guys today. Thank you all for tuning in and to all the people leaving comments in the chat. We do appreciate the support. Make sure you guys hit that like because we love you guys and it helps us grow this channel. If you're not subscribed and you enjoyed the show, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated for when Dual-Wield premieres. And of course, if you haven't already, please go ahead and join our Discord, join in the conversations that we have in between the shows because we have some funny conversations over there. And we get into the news before it even hits the podcast, you know? But other than that, go ahead and get these outros out of the way. Appreciate you as always, Subeg, for pulling up. Where can we find you? What you got going on?
Y'all can find me on Twitter, twitter.com/SubegDollywell, Instagram.com, I don't know, /SubegDollywell. It might be there. You might have to throw an @ in that link somewhere. Twitch.tv/Subegles, and then youtube.com/Subegles. Add me on my stuffs. If you guys have me on Discord, or if you guys are in the Discord, just click on my profile, add me through there, because I have all my shit linked there. But if not, I think I am Subegles on I think I'm Subagels on PlayStation, and I'm Avatar Subeg on Xbox, and no numbers, so you guys should be able to easily find me. So yeah, hit me up. I be playing. So there's still Switch codes, the friend codes on Switch, so that's not on the top of my head, but I be playing my Switch more often than not. But yeah, if y'all want to hit me up there, for sure. I'm really doing nothing other than fucking. I'm just trying to play some games and hit the gym, and I'm just trying to chill, to be honest.
Alright. As for myself, Don Otaku, you can find me on Twitter at PastaFeet, F3ET. You can find me on twitch.tv/Otaku the Don. And of course, you can find me right here on YouTube, where not only are we doing Dual-Wield Gaming Podcast every Thursday, Project Untitled Gaming Podcast with the Day Ones live every Saturday. And of course, check us out on lordsofgaming.net, where eventually I'll have some reviews up, but always putting out some random articles at least. Which I was trying to get an article about this whole Ubisoft situation, but
A lot of information.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and I was still at work, and also podcast was about to start, so didn't get to get that out in time, but I might finish that up soon, deal. But with that, yeah, I'm just gonna be still on big hops for the foreseeable future, and then I just got my confirmation for another game that I'm gonna be doing a preview for, and can't wait to be able to talk about that. Or I haven't played it yet, so I hope that I'm hoping that it's as exciting as it looks, and then I'm not disappointed when I actually get my hands on it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, with that, any final words for the people to get them through the week before we get out of here?
Yo, hit them 10,000 steps, y'all. Hit them 10,000 steps.
Yes, sir. And if you can't hit 10,000 steps, hit 9,000. And if you can't hit 9,000, hit 8,000. But work your way up until you get that 10,000.
Facts.
And if you can't take a step, then do some. I don't know. What's the next best thing?
I don't know, man.
Do some fucking jumping jacks without the jump.
Do some Tai Chi. Do some arm waves.
Yeah, bro. Do some windmills or some shit. Oh shit. I actually swatted my cat a little bit. She all right.
Oh no. Now she plotting for your downfall, bro.
You already know. She's flying on my death right now. If I don't make it to next week, you know what happened.
That's hella funny.
But yeah, man. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy your week, your weekend, your month, year, life, all that. Bye-bye.
Peace.